about your week. Let me know. Oh yeah, the cough. It's the cough for me. It's really bad.
About your week, let me know.
But for me, I've gotten a lot done this week so far, y'all. I just bought my son a new bed. For you guys that don't know, him and I were actually sleeping in the same bed since he grew out of the crib. And y'all, he likes to kick, he likes to move around. He gets up, like sits up in the middle of the night. It's a bit much. But I decided, I was like, look, enough is enough. I was like, I need to get him his own bed. So that's exactly what I did. I've been spending the last couple of days like just reorganizing the room, making sure that everything was, all right. It's a tight fit, but it brings me so much peace. It's not even funny. All right. I done slept real good the last couple nights. All right. I know y'all know what I'm talking about, because man, like he still wants to cuddle. We could do all that, but like when it's time to go to bed, like you're in your bed, sir. And he's happy about it. And he's like, oh, mom, thank you. I got my own stuff. Thanks. So I'm very happy about that. Yeah, that's it for me on this week so far.
No, it's the transparency for me. That's wonderful. No, literally, I'm like fighting mine because it's like all of a sudden I need water. All of a sudden now I'm hungry. Like even though I refuse to eat all day. Like it's wild here. These little people are tripping. I feel this week has been, I'm excited about my week. I feel like I've gotten a lot done. I've definitely had I got really intentional with myself this week. Like, what am I not actually doing? Because all the kids are home now for the summer and it's a bit much, like you said. So it's a bit much. Time management has been a little challenging. Just like all of a sudden there's all this extra clutter and it kind of like, my Cuban ancestors, like, so yeah, I got real intentional. We're resetting, like organizing. I had to like reset my morning routine because they had me a little off whack. But just getting back to basics and just really enjoying the process, because I feel like sometimes I get way too far in my head. Like I want this, and this all has to be done, and then it's not done, and I'm like, just pacing myself.
That's good. Anyone else want to share?
Hey y'all.
Hey Chrissy.
Well, I'm sure everybody's feeling good. Even if you're not, I'm claiming it, so don't argue with me. So I think, I clicked over because George is actually wanting to get a mom on the call. So I missed exactly what we're supposed to be saying. Am I supposed to be telling you how my day went?
How your day is, how your week has been so far, anything that you've accomplished.
Okay. Well, everything's been going really well. I finally got my office back because some family moved out. I love them, but they had to go. And so, hey Tati. So everything went really well today. I got some things done. I'm in the middle of something. I went through my list. I went through 6 people on my list with Maverick, and we're gonna pick up and finish tomorrow. I'm going to actually go through my finish after this call, going through my friends list. And one thing that I have been doing is when people request me on Facebook, I go ahead and go for it. Like, you requested me for a reason, let's go ahead and get it. But everything's really been really well. I've been able to be in my office, be focused. School is out, so I don't have to take anybody to school. And I can have my like morning routine to myself and stuff like that. So everything's been going really well, to be honest.
I love that. Sure. Go ahead, girl. Reclaim your space. Okay. Anyone else want to go before we start? Don't be shy now.
Okay, see, I'm not trying to take nobody's spot. No, listen, I know I always come in like this. They pick on me about it. And one more thing. So I've been getting financially attacked. So I've had people that so they had my Wells Fargo information, they had my Cash App information, and they even had my South Carolina card that's not even hooked to that other stuff information. So my friend girl also warned me about a cyber attack. I had already heard about it, but it's happening to me. So if you guys can change your passwords to your accounts, to all of your accounts. See what subscriptions you have. Like take a day and sit down and figure all that shit out, because they've taken a good bit of money, which I can't afford, but well, no, I said that wrong. I can, okay. But still, I just want to put that out there. Okay, I'm done.
Appreciate that. We needed that one. Shoot. So that happened like a couple of weeks ago to me as well. It's like, be careful even where you shop online. Like if it's a store you've never shopped from online, you may not want to even take the risk. Cause y'all, somebody then took like a couple $100 from a website I've never even visited before. I was like, I was like, what did I click that I didn't know I clicked? It was bad. So I had to get a whole new card and everything. Couldn't buy shit for 2 weeks, y'all. I needed to buy some stuff. But it's all good now. It's all good. So we definitely needed that, Chrissy. Thank you. Anyone else? Before Chrissy go again? Going once, going twice.
I mean, damn, I heard some of y'all speak. I know y'all ain't shy. Like, what's going on
today?
Like cricket?
It's all good, y'all. If y'all don't want to go, y'all don't have to. So we could get straight into it. Y'all already saw the call today is going to be called Unusual Acceleration, if anybody's going to be taking notes. And I was actually listening to a message from Mike Todd. If y'all don't know him, y'all better go YouTube him, all right? Because he is amazing. He's a pastor, right? But he talks to you like your homeboy from the block, okay? And that's what I appreciate about pastors like that. There's not many of them out there in the world, but I have met a few in my lifetime. So like, I appreciate people who speak the word like that. Yes, cuffing season. That was a dope section that he went through. So there's this word that he put out that I was like, yo, this makes a lot of sense. And I feel like it's relevant to what we currently do in this space here. And sometimes we're growing through these seasons where we feel like all of the work that we're putting in, like we're not seeing the fruit of our labor, or the results aren't happening as quick as we want them to. If that's ever been you at any point in your journey since you started, put a 1 in the chat. I can't. She said 111. So I've definitely had it happen for me as well. And something that he spoke about that I was like, this makes a lot of sense, right? He talked about bamboo season, like literally the plant bamboo. Bamboo is one of the fastest growing plants out there, right? And that feels like great to know, like, all right, so our season is going to be great. It's going to be fast. We're going to get things rolling. But bamboo grows in the ground for 3 years before you ever see it pop up on top of the ground. So right now we're putting in all of the work that no one sees, but we're growing our roots. We already planted the seed. The seed was planted in us when we found out about this opportunity. And we're like, this is something I need to do. This is something that I believe is going to help me change different things in my life. Right? So that seed was planted. Now we're growing everything. We're making sure that we're watering our plant. We're making sure that we're feeding it the right type of nutrients so that we can continue to grow and we have the plant that we want in the end, right? So you go through the however long it takes, right? But for the bamboo, it's 3 years. Once it sprouts on the top, after those 3 years, it can grow 2 inches every single hour. 2 inches in an hour. So your feet many foot of plant once you've done all of the underground work. It happens very unusually. That's why we're calling this unusual acceleration. So you have the seed, you sow it. That's when you're doing all of the work. And it takes time while you're doing the work. You continue to work. And then eventually you harvest your plant. And many of us, we want that harvest so bad that we sometimes lose sight of the work and the time that it takes because we want it to happen on our time. But as we all know, it's never going to be on our time. It's always on God's time. He's laughing at our plans. We're like, yeah, 6 months. And he's like, ha, if you only knew, if you only knew, just wait on it. Just wait. So we can have our goals, right? I'm not saying don't set no expectations for yourself because you still want to challenge yourself and make sure that you get things done in a certain timeline. But for you to be like, well, I don't have these results, so I don't know if this is right for me, is where we have to start to battle ourselves and let ourselves know, nah, chill out. It's not your time yet. Continue to do the work, even when you feel like the work is not working. Even when you feel like the trading is not trading, when either you've popped accounts or he's okay. Either you've popped accounts or you're not gaining the daily percentage that you want to see. Right now, it may be $6 and you're like, I'm waiting for the 600. You're like, where is that at? Or let's say you're doing e-commerce and you're like, well, I have my website up, but I don't have a lot of customers coming in. Everything is going to take time. And as long as you continue to build your website, build the rapport with the clients you already have, or put your brand out there, as long as you continue to follow your trading account, your trading plan, you're going to see things grow for you eventually, because God is looking at that too. The universe is looking at that too. How long are you staying committed when you feel like shit? When you don't feel like it's working, when you don't feel that confident in what you're doing, or even if you build a business and you're like, why is no one talking to me? Why is no one ever answering my phone calls? And I've done this before. Do people not like me? I don't question my own damn self. And we have to learn how to not do that too. Because God made us the way that he needed to make us. All of us are here. We have the problems that we have in our lives. We've gone through every single different type of trial and tribulation for every single different reason that we don't understand yet. And God, he doesn't want us to be perfect. He doesn't want us to show up to this business perfect, to any business perfect. He wanted you to be a little broken down, run down, so that you can glow up and step into the individual that you want to be. All right. So in this sermon that he goes through, right? He mentions a scripture, Joel 2:25-27. And the scripture goes like this. And I'll write it in the chat too, so that you guys, if you want to look at it in your own Bible on your own time, you got it there. Okay, 2:25-27. There we go. So it says, so I will restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten, the crawling locust, the consuming locust, and the chewing locust. Locust, Locust, those are like animals that eat plants, right? So they're eating at your harvest while you're trying to harvest. You're like, bro, I can't catch a break. And so he says, my great army, which I sent among you. So he sends us the things that we're challenged with, the people that don't believe in us, the job that we hate, sometimes even the financial struggles that we have. He's sending a lot of those problems, those challenges, to see how we continue to stay graceful, how we continue to work through it, and he's testing our determination, right? So he says, oh, I'm so sorry, I dropped it. He says, you shall eat in plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, who has dealt wondrously with you. He's dealt with you because you ain't easy. You're not easy. I'm not easy. He's dealing with you right now. He's like, bro, like, I'm telling you how to do stuff, when to do stuff, and you still want to challenge my word. Like, what's up with you? So he's like, okay, what is your problem? Why are you upset right now?
I don't taste that.
You don't like the taste?
No.
Well, you asked for it, so I don't know what to tell you. Put it right there. He says, and my people shall never be put to shame. So after you've done all the work, after you've been beaten down a little bit, and after he's been the, patient parent that he's been, he blesses you with more than you can imagine. So this is where we say, this is my season of unusual acceleration, because you're doing the work right now when it's not convenient, because you're doing the work right now when you don't feel good, because you still have to take care of life. You still have to take care of all of the many children that you have. You still have to be a wife or a girlfriend or a partner. You still have to show up every single day and do the things that you want to do that you don't want to do at the same time for the future that you want, right? If that makes any sense. And in this season, God is going to continue to ask you to do things. He's going to give you different tasks that you need to complete, because he wants to come into partnership with you. God is like, look, I know you're not perfect, and I made everything this way on purpose so that I can join you when you're not perfect, so that I can see all of the good, the bad, and the ugly right now with you. And I still want to partner with you. I still want to grow with you. I still want to pour into you. And I'm going to give you these tasks, and that's all that you need to do. I'm going to be right here, but you still got to do some work for me to do the work. And this is something that I was like, this blew my mind, y'all. God chose you, each and every one of you that's on this call. And he could have chose anybody else in this world. There's 7 billion of us. He could have gave the task that he gave to you to somebody else. So don't question your purpose. Don't question why is it you that has to do this, why you have to break the generational curses in your family, why you're the one that has to raise however many kids you got, why you're the one that got to get up every morning, why you're the one that got to go to work, why you're the one that was blessed with this opportunity, because he could have given it to anybody else. But he chose you out of everybody else. All right. Y'all, that was it. That was on my notes. Oh my God, that was fast. But I really just hope that with everything that comes into your life, right, that you may not feel that confident about, or you may feel like it's a little bit too crazy, that you continue to just push through and know that God is not going to give you the idea. He's not going to give you the task. He's not going to place the people in your life that are going to bless you for no reason. All of this is part of his plan, not your plan, but his plan. All right. If you guys got any value from this, if this touched you, if you feel like you can move a little differently after this, drop a 7 in the chat for me. Because, man, I was like, I gotta tell my girls about this. I gotta tell them. You know, I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful that you guys showed up tonight. And to end this call, I want you to type in the chat. Excuse me. This is my season of unusual acceleration. And when you're done dropping it in this chat, drop it in the other chats. So that you can claim that this really is your season, that you're going to do something different, that God is doing something with you because he is. You showed up here tonight for a very specific reason. Don't doubt that. All right, ladies? All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. You know that this is already recorded on YouTube. So if you missed anything or you want to go back, I will be dropping this in the chat. And we will see you guys next week, same time, same place. I love every single one of you. Thank you guys for showing up like you always do for yourselves, not for me. And continue being great. All right.